Had a very disappointing weekend. What you see here is all there is, but we're still going to talk about it. Let's go. Hey there everybody, it's Steve. The purpose of this channel is to teach everyone how to go out yard sailing, reselling, thrifting, finding things cheap, selling for a profit. Everybody wants extra money. Nobody wants extra jobs. So this is a way where you can go out and live your life and find deals and flip deals and make some extra money without having to do an extra job. This past weekend, I went out yard sailing, and normally after Memorial Day, it turns out to be a good weekend. This weekend, not so much. This is a very small sample of what we got, but we're going to go through everything, and I'm going to explain how I came across the things, thought processes that went into them, and hopefully it can help you make informed decisions when you're out doing this for yourself. So Friday, I go to a local mom and pop thrift store, and I go to my local Goodwill. I think I'm going to have an issue going to my Goodwill going forward. I did a short recently where the pricing at this Goodwill has gotten out of control, and they just are doing crazy things. They're now charging $60 for a DVD set of an old TV show. I'm like, what are you guys thinking? I can buy it for $60 on Amazon. Why would I buy $60 from a Goodwill? So I didn't get anything from the Goodwill, but I did get from my thrift shop, and they charge $3 per video game. I got a copy of what I thought was Wii Sports. Turns out it's Super Mario Brothers for the Wii. So still a decent game, get me about $25. Then I also picked up these three games. These are apparently bundles that came with a PS3 set. They're in the cardboard sleeves and they're still factory sealed. We've got Uncharted and Uncharted 2. I'm going to sell these as a bundle, and it should give me about $15, $16. And then Infamous 2 in a cardboard sleeve, still sealed, goes for about the same price. So I spent $12 on all of this, and all in I should probably get between $50 to $60. That was about it for Friday. Then Saturday was yard sale day. Most of what you see here was from two sales. It was kind of disappointing. I picked up this, don't ask. I originally picked this up as a dog's toy. It was in a box. This is the Serta mattress sheep thing. And it was in a box marked dog toys, and I have a dog that loves to chew up toys. So I was originally going to get it for him, but out of curiosity, I looked, and it goes for about $10 plus shipping. So I paid $1 for this. So if I can sell it for $10, my dog can get a better toy. So yeah, so I got this. We'll see what happens with that. The rest of this, well, I'll go this way. The next sale that I went to, actually the rest of the sales I went to for the day were absolute garbage. Every single sale I went to was fishing gear and power tools and sewing items and Christmas decorations and the same tired old stuff you see at every yard sale. So most of my yard sales weren't anything. Then I went to one sale and I picked up this set of DVDs. I'll show these to you individually. They wanted a quarter, 25 cents for each one of these. So I got the entire 5-season set. I don't know if you can see that for the reflection, of Babylon 5, all 5 seasons. She wanted a quarter a piece for those, so that was $1.25. And then I picked up Farscape, all 4 seasons, again for 25 cents a piece. So it was 9 sets at 25 cents. I asked her if she'd take $2, just because I didn't want to deal with change, and she was fine with that. So I picked up Babylon 5, the complete set, for $1. I picked up Farscape, the complete set, for $1. Each one of those should get me around $20 to $25-ish on a $1 spend. I did a short yesterday. If you want to see what I did, was I broke down everything I got at yard sales yesterday, what I spent versus what I expect in profit, and that's net profit, not gross profit. And I spent about $10, and I should net about $70 to $80 in profit. Finally, at that sale, I picked up this boxed set of Star Wars Trilogy DVDs, still sealed. Paid, now this one she had me pay up for. This was $5, but since I did so well on these, I didn't mind paying for this. And even at $5, this still sells for about $35. One of the most interesting things of yesterday is something I didn't get because I thought it was a valuable lesson to share with you guys. The next sale that I went to, they had medical textbooks. The lady was studying to be a nurse, and I guess it was from her last year, and she wanted to sell them to get books for the next year. I said, how much do you want for them? And then she did the typical thing that people do is, how much would you like to give me for them? Whenever you're doing negotiation, you never want to make the first offer. So I told her, I said, why don't you tell me where you're thinking? And she just continued with, tell me what you'd offer. So my rule of thumb is this. If I'm going to pay $10 for something, I need to be able to sell it for $30. Because by the time you take away fees and shipping, a $10 spend will get me my $10 back plus $10 on top of it. So I always think in thirds. So I went through and I literally priced everything and did some quick math in my head. So if I'm going to make a profit of $90 on these books, I'm going to offer $30. So I offered her $30 and she's like, no, I can't go that low. The lesson is, if you find a deal that you like, you need to not be married so much to the deal that you're not willing to walk away. You need to be comfortable walking away from the deal. Yes, I left them behind. Yes, I didn't wind up getting the sale. They're not on this table. But it's important to understand that you need to be okay with leaving the deal behind. So in this case, I didn't get the books. Finally, the last thing I'm going to talk about is there was a place that has storage containers near me that was selling some. So they were selling the contents of the containers. So I pulled up there and I went digging through and I found these things. This is a pack of Mighty Beans. There's not a lot here. I mean, there's only a handful of them. Maybe, I think I counted 16.
Mighty Beans are on the scene, Mighty Beans. They're really something when they're jumping. Mighty Beans! We bowl, we pop, play games and hop.
I wonder what I got.
Some are rare, some are hot. Mighty Beans, so many too. From the circus, the Stone Age and the zoo. They flip and flop, they pop and drop. Race and chase at the pace, everyone's a crazy face.
You can collect them all.
Mighty Beans, they're really something when they're jumping.
Mighty Beans!
Mighty Beans, over 60 beans you can collect. Each pack and track sold separately from Spin Master.
So there's not a lot there. I picked up this coffee mug. Again, coffee mugs are very good to get because they usually sell pretty well. This was a Star Wars Rogue One, Defend the Empire. Apparently there were two variants. This is the Defend the Empire variant. So I picked that up, and then I picked up this Monopoly Golden Trophy Family Game Night Trophy. I paid $1 for each of these. So I think I'm going to do okay on that. Again, not a lot to talk about there. All I did was I went to the sale, I scanned the barcode on this one to find out what it's selling for. I took a picture of this one with eBay to see what it's selling for. And then the Mighty Beans, I only did this because my kids used to have Mighty Beans and I knew that there's potential for something to be there. I don't think there's much. I think I'm going to sell it for like 10 bucks. But hey, if I spend $1, and again, if I spend $1 and I make $6 or $7, I'm okay with that. So that's everything on the table with the exception of this thing. Now, the story behind this is kind of interesting. I went to one sale after I went to the storage bin sale, and I was just carrying on conversation with a lady. One of the key things you need to understand is building rapport and being conversational with these people really helps you in the long run when it comes to making deals and getting better prices. So I talked to this lady and I picked this up and I was just looking at it, and apparently it's a box for whiskey. It's a whiskey box. You put a whiskey bottle in there and I guess it's for decoration or for high-end whiskey. So I picked it up, I was just looking, I was curious. She said, take it. I'm like, no, I don't want it. She says, I don't want it either, and I don't have to take it back in the house. Just take it. So we just kind of laughed and I went on, and finally before I left I said, you know what, I'll feel bad if I don't take it. In my head, I'm like, I'm just gonna throw it away when I get home. So I looked this up on the internet, $25 just for the box. So it's not gonna do me any harm to just have it sit here and wait. If it doesn't sell, I throw it away. I'm not out any money. So that's it. I hope you got at least some value out of this, a few tips if you decide to go out looking for things on your own. If you do, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I do one of these every week. It does help my metrics if you guys are watching and liking and subscribing and commenting. And we'll do one again next week. So that's it. Thanks a lot, guys. I will talk to you next week. Take care. God bless. See you then.